This is a biggie for a lot of people. And today I'm talking about the mindset shift that you need to get out of people pleasing for good. Now, I know that once upon a time, I used to do this, and I've definitely heard a lot of other people do this. And it's wearing this badge of, oh, I'm a people pleaser. And I think it's starting to shift. I think it's starting to shift. Maybe that's my perception, but really think it's starting to shift because we're realizing, well, I come to this realization. I remember watching this video once. I come to this realization, and in the video, they were saying that people pleasing is actually a covert form of manipulation. Ouch, right? Ouch. But it's so true because people pleasing is essentially when you deny your own thoughts or what it is that you actually want, your own desires, to do what you think somebody else wants you to do or will make somebody else happy. Okay. Now it's easy to go, oh, okay, well, I do that because, I put others in before myself. But that's not really what people pleasing is about. People pleasing and putting other people's thoughts and needs ahead of your own essentially is a covert way of making them think a certain way about you and to respond in a certain way to you. It could be to avoid upsetting people, but it's not about upsetting. You don't want them to be upset. It's that you don't want them to be upset at you because you probably learned at some time in your life that your job was to make sure other people were happy so that you didn't get in trouble. Now, this is a strategy that probably works really well when you're a child and you rely on other adults for your safety and your survival. But when you grow up and you're an adult, it doesn't serve you in the slightest. In fact, what you'll probably find is that people pleasing is one of the fastest routes to you feeling increasing amounts of resentment. Absolutely. So we're going to be talking a bit more about this in this episode, and the reason why this is really, I guess, a topic that I want to talk about is because I was talking actually to my daughter about this just recently, and this is one of the things that I value so much about being a coach is yes, I have an amazing business where I coach other people and help other people, and especially I love coaching and mentoring those who are help others, right? So it might be that they're coaches and practitioners and therapists, but there's also some other business owners that I coach that I love coaching them because they see their role as a business owner and helping their staff develop as a really important thing. And I love supporting that as well. But apart from all of that, one of the things that I really love about having coaching skills is that the skills that I have to communicate with my daughter absolutely is a big one. But also my partner and other people in my life, like it's super valuable. So I was having this conversation with my daughter. She's 21, and there were some things that are, coming up about this sort of people pleasing, and I was having a chat with her about it, and it just really made me think about how important it is for people to get this realization, and I think that it shows up in a lot of ways. And um, another example, I guess, it kind of ties into this is that my partner is turning 50. So as I'm recording it, he's turned 50 today. As you're listening, he would have turned 50 a few days ago. But he's turned 50, and he's just now getting to a point that he's okay with his age. But throughout his 40s, he didn't like getting older. And I think that this is it does tie in as well because it's this how I want to be perceived is in a way that is acceptable by other people, right? So if that's I want to be younger or I want to look younger or, whatever it is. All of that is really for other people's benefit or perceived benefit of how we think people are going to interact with us according to how we look, our age, whatever else we've got going on. And that really does tie into people pleasing. It's trying to be a certain way that will mean other people will respond to me in a certain way. Now, personally, I love heading into my 50s in this time of life. I'll turn 50 in March next year. And I love it. I'm like, I'm doing really well. Like if I knew back in my 20s what my life would be like heading into my 50s, I'd be like, geez, that's pretty good, right? Things work out after all. So I think that's a real gift. But there's very much is what leads into what the lesson is in this whole topic that I've learned for myself that I love sharing with the people that I care about and my clients. So I'm going to talk about that a bit deeper. So the key lesson here to stop people pleasing for good is to put more value on people respecting you than on people liking you. Let me say that again for the people up the back. Key lesson here to stop people pleasing is to put more value on people respecting you than on people liking you. And there's a couple of things about this, right? There's a couple of things about this because when you think about people respecting you, it comes more from a place of getting your needs met. When you think of people liking you, it comes more from a place of making sure their needs are met. And so let's go a little bit deeper still, because the thing is that people will respect you when you respect yourself, right? People will respect you when you respect yourself, because when you respect yourself, you show up differently. When you respect yourself, you walk in a room with different energy. When you respect yourself, you respect your thoughts, you respect your feelings, you respect your desires, you respect what you're deserving of. And when you do that and you do it clearly and you do it from a really good hearted, good intentioned place. So I don't mean like you just go around, I'm the most important person in the world and I don't care about anyone else. No, that's not what we're talking about. It's like you truly care for other people and you truly respect yourself. What you'll find is that people value that more, right? You value being around other people who respect themselves, because the thing is, when you respect yourself, people know where your boundaries are. They know who you are. They know what you're about. They feel like it's clear about how they interact with you, right? They know what they're working with. When you're a people pleaser and you're just, saying things or agreeing things, or not putting your thoughts forward and just asking about other people, it can be draining, right? It can be draining because people are like, why am I not getting anything back here, right? Like, why I can't get any substance, I can't get any grasp on you and who you are. And so what that leads to is essentially people then disrespecting you, right? Because they don't know who you really are or what you're really about or where your boundaries are. And this is the thing that people pleasers often do, right? Is that they just try to please everyone, thinking that if I please others, then they will like me, right? Then they will look after me. But it doesn't work that way. And unfortunately, this is a pattern that comes from childhood. We do get taught this in childhood, be likable, right? Or else, you're in trouble. And so, that can set up this kind of not feeling safe to expressing yourself and what you think and what you're about. But people respect you when you do. And so the really important thing about this is that you to recognize your value in how you are as a person now, right? How you are as a person now. So get really clear about the things that you know about yourself and what you do that deserve respect. that you respect within yourself. And the fact is, as a person, just as a person, you deserve respect anyway, right? You deserve respect anyway, regardless of what you've done in the past, because treating people with respect says more about you and how you treat people with respect than it does about someone else's behavior, right? So whoever you are, if someone else treating you with respect is to do with who they are, right? Like, so you treat people with respect because you're a respectful person, right? So even if it's like people have respect for people who are living on the street, or they have respect for people that have coming out of jail, or who are in a less socioeconomic standing, whatever that might be, right? That you have respect for people anyway because you're a respectful person, and generally when you have respect for yourself you will respect others anyway, right? So having respect you deserve anyway, but it's really important that you think about those things that you respect within yourself, right? Think about those things that you respect in yourself and that other people can respect about you. So that might be how you show up as a person, how you treat other people, the respect that you show others, the way you stay true to your word, right? That's a thing. So the things that you say and the things that you do actually match. People respect that. That you hold space for people and truly listen to them. This is a thing that coaches are really good at. And if you're a coach, please don't undervalue just how important that is, because, if you talk to just the average person, a lot of people struggle to sit and truly listen. Like everyone's in their head waiting to respond, thinking about what does this mean about me? How can I seem interesting? And they don't really listen. So if you're really good at holding space for people and really truly listening and making people feel seen and heard, that deserves respect. That deserves massive respect. Okay. Um, that you believe in people and you want them to succeed. That's something that you can respect in yourself, others can respect in you, that you enjoy helping people, that you've just continued learning and doing personal development, and you've just continued on your personal growth and evolution, so that you're just a good person to be around, right? And you have greater value to share and contribute. Right, all of these things are things that you need to respect in yourself and really bring awareness to. Like, yeah, you know what? I've got real respect for that. I've got respect for myself in the work that I've put into myself and how I show up for other people and how I am in the world and what people get to experience by knowing me. Right now, of course, this doesn't mean that you get all, like Cartman, respect my authority. For any people who ever watched South Park, there's a South Park reference, because demanding respect doesn't work, right? Going around demanding respect, don't you know who I am? You should respect me. No, 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 none of that stuff works. That's all a load of wank. People don't like that. Um, it's about what I'm talking about is recognizing that you are worthy of respect and respecting yourself and your thoughts and your feelings and what's important to you, and knowing that respecting yourself is a much greater way to get your real needs met than to people please, right? And be consistently focused on how much people like you. People pleasing, right? Otherwise, from here on, known as the highway to resentment. Because you do end up resenting people when you're a people pleaser. Why? Well, because you're forever putting other people's needs first, expecting that if you do that, then they're going to give you your needs back, right? But they don't know what your needs are because you're not telling anybody. You don't have any boundaries in place. You're not asking for what you want. Okay. And then what happens, you go, well, I'm doing all this stuff for all these people and I'm being so nice to them and they're not giving it back. Yeah, because that's how you end up feeling resentment, because you're expecting people to give you something that you're not asking for yourself, that you're not giving to yourself. Okay, so you have to respect yourself. Now, the good news about this, if you're going, oh my God, but what if people don't like me? Well, the good news is that you can definitely be respected and likable, but by putting more value on respect, it means you can take the pressure off about whether or not people like every little thing about you. Because here's the thing, if people respect you, they are going to respond to you in a much more positive way. Okay? And no, if people don't like anything about you, they probably don't respect you either, right? Goodbye. But if you focus on people respecting you and you respect yourself, when you respect yourself, you know that the fact is someone can not like something I do, but if they still have respect for me, then our relationship's still going to move forward. It's okay. It's okay. People don't have to like every single thing about you when you know that you are deserving of respect. So I would love to know, does listening to this help you breathe a sigh of relief? Because it's okay, right? No one can make you have to be likable now you're an adult, right? You don't have to be likable to suit somebody else's stuff. Essentially, anyone who wants to make you likable, it's only because they can't deal with their own stuff, right? And sometimes, like I said, we grow up with that from childhood, like our parents or other caregivers or teachers or whatever insist that we must be likable. But you don't have to be. You don't have to always be having people like you as an adult. You've got multiple ways to get your needs met. You're not dependent on any one person insisting that you do things in a way that they like. You can meet your own needs. You're an adult. You have a place in the world. You're deserving. It's okay for you to exist as you are, to desire what you desire, to think what you think, to feel what you feel. Right? To go after what you want, to have what you want. It's okay. Even if in doing that, someone else doesn't like it, because you deserve to be respected. And when you respect yourself, others will respect you as well.